Good morning. Are y'all up? Are y'all really up? Okay, I know y'all are up now because it is super late in the morning. What had happened was I got caught up talking on the phone during my morning walk. So I'm already like 6 miles in. So I had to walk down so I could double back and be able to talk. But that's a whole nother story. So my question, are you up? So today's lesson on adaptability is brought to you by Under Armour, my Under Armour walking app. I'm manifesting. Y'all know somebody. If you know somebody that could put me on so I could have them as my sponsor, put me on. And it's also about sleeping, but in a different kind of way. So we are in some amazing times, both good, both bad, and different. However you decide to look at it, we definitely are in a moment of history changing, right? But one thing that I've been noticing across my timeline is, hi, Steve McKinney. What I've noticed in my timeline, hold on, the lady's telling me how far that I've walked, and I'm actually 7 miles in already. I really can eat that daggone rice from Chipotle. But anywho, what I've noticed across my timeline is that people are like, I'm only going to talk about positive things on my timeline. I'm only going to talk about things that are uplifting. Not that the Black Lives Matter or COVID or anything like that isn't positive or not positive. It's just matter of fact, right? It's just facts. This is what's happening. But it is daunting. My God, it is very stressful for me. But one thing that makes me a little bit sad and a little bit apprehensive, I don't know why I be thinking my shoulder is strong, is I just don't want people to give up on the movement. I don't want people to get tired of talking about change. I don't want the momentum of being able to make an impact, make people want to give up just because it's not easy and this shit is hard. Hi, Dwight. You know, and it is stressful and it is tiring. And I didn't know that I signed up to be a teacher or an educator on matters that are concerning to me. And just being able to see how people show up and not show up. And everyone doesn't have to be this huge, advocate for every, rights and Black Lives Matter and, sign the petition and be very, strenuous and aggressive behind it. But there's a soft kind of leadership that people can have. There's a way that people, do it seem like every big truck in the land came? There's a way that people can not be divisive. You can still be helpful and not be hurtful. If you don't understand how a Black person feels when you post a post saying that you never had slaves and I never picked cotton, that doesn't mean that I don't continue to carry the weight of my ancestors who did pick cotton. And we still are carrying that burden. So if you don't understand that conversation, then shut up. If you want to understand the conversation, then let someone help you. The question is, I have a lot of people on my timeline, and the unfortunate part, most of the people on my timeline, I know them. I met them in person. So what can be disappointing? Good morning, Tabitha. Good morning, roommate. One thing can be disappointing is that someone that you thought was your ally is someone that is divisive. And the sad part is that's hurtful. And And I don't know if people intentionally go out of their way to be hurtful, or you're just trying to get a conversation going on your page. But if you're trying to get a conversation or a discussion going, then be a part of the discussion. You know, if it's your intention to be divisive, if it's your intention to belittle another person, then do that, right? You do it. But if it's your intention to keep a bunch of mess going, or this is the way you come out and tell everyone on your timeline that you do not support an issue, no matter what it is, you know, I don't support KKK, I don't support Black Lives Matter, I don't support any of these organizations, but you end up doing that with a meme, and then you don't have any words when there's questions. That's not leadership, right? And there's a way that we're all responsible for being leaders. It doesn't mean that you have to be the one. Somebody need to be Nyota X, because people want to post reckless stuff on their page and then they want to disappear. And that's not even fair to the people that are arguing on your behalf, but you have nothing to say. Do you have something to say or not? And when I said on here, are you woke? Are you up? Are you really up? And the unfortunate part is I'm finding myself more up, more woke daily. Even when sometimes I love the comfort of being asleep, you know, because when you know about it, it's my responsibility to do something, right? If I allow a divisive conversation or conversations that belittle me and my experience, my ancestors, my peers, it belittles their experience. Now it's up to me. How am I going to deal with it? Am I going to turn the eye? Am I just going to stay following that person because what I think I can get from them? And then what does that say about me? So I'm not just one to be like, delete, because I want people to learn the lesson. I want them to know everyone hasn't been black, right? And I've never been white. So everyone doesn't always understand the plight of the black man or the black woman, right? So sometimes I feel like it's my responsibility, because I am caring, I am a leader, to help them understand. But if I'm doing my part, are you doing your part? Was I going to be serious Nyota today? Was I going to be Dr. Nyota Farrakhan today? No, I wasn't. But sometimes Nyota Farrakhan needs to hit the streets, because people are easily ready to take your kindness for weakness or passiveness. I've been told more than once during this entire Black Lives Matter movement that I didn't, basically they just found out that I was black. Like I wasn't that kind of black person. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm blackity black. I'm black every day. What do you mean you don't think I'm black because I'm articulate? You think I'm not black because I can get my point across? You think I'm not black because of what? Of what you think you consider black to be? That ain't it. I'm black all the time, and I will always root for everyone that's black. But that doesn't mean that I'm not rooting for you to be white. Be white. I'm going to be black. And we can still be allies for each other. But I'm looking for people that want to support me, that understand me, that can see me. And you're not saying bullshit like I don't see color. Because if you don't see color, you don't see me, you don't see my history, you don't see my plight, you don't see my challenges, you don't see my successes, you don't see me. So, I said all that because it was my morning walk. And that was on my heart. So, I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. I'm 7 miles in. Follow me on my walking app. Y'all walking or not? Have a great day. Ciao.